Welcome back, everyone. We have another live post today because we have, look how big Nova you've gotten in that crate. Oh, you're so silly. Is that Nova has her toy in there? This is just like the ride back, huh? Oh, you got a toy? So Nova has no idea that it is a vet day. You're kind of loud. This is a really good example of what the entire ride on your rescue was like. Oh, Nova, you are so funny. So today, if she's quiet enough, I can share with you. My God, I can't believe how big you got from the time we picked you up. Thanks for that chop. Today is Nova's Spay Day. And so we gave her the toy so that she might sit long enough because she's going to actually have her intake exam and her spay today. And usually what we do is see she's sitting so nicely right there. That was the hopes. I'm sure she'll move by the time. That Elise is just going to give her a little hand injection. Oh, owie, little poke, huh? She's like, I already forgot about it. So she's getting sedated to be able, another chuff, thank you, so that we can do her exam and spay. So we're going to back up because this usually takes about 10 minutes for her to calm down and to go to sleep. And it'll be amazing to see this girl quiet and asleep. So remember, it is give to the max. And even though we were talking about those wonderful lion cubs we're hoping to call sanctuary residents one day, we can't forget that to help the lion cubs come, to prepare for them, to actually care for the current residents like Nova we have, that donations are always needed. So give to the max. Your donations are doubled now through the 17th. And you will get a photo card of this girl and her paw print for $100 or more. And 10 lucky winners, no matter what amount you give, gets put in a drawing to win a paw painting. And everybody gets put in a drawing to win a caretaker for a day experience. So there are so many incentives to thank you for your gift and to hopefully motivate you to give more. Because rescuing takes money. And you guys know that. You guys are part of our group. We're preparing today in the hospital with Dr. Campbell and Dr. Camper are here today to do the spay. So a little bit, would love to talk to Dr. Camper. Are you available? Sure. To talk about why we spay females at an early age and why we might wait on neutering male tigers.
The risk to benefit ratio is different. So with the males, there's less risk for remaining intact and having those hormones in their body, and there's benefit of growth to the bones and joint health. For the girls, we have a much higher risk of mammary cancer and other cancers once they've gone through the heat cycle. So we want to get it done before she has a heat cycle, and while her uterus is small and while all those blood vessels are small, it just increases the safety profile for her.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And today, we've talked to you about when we anesthetize a big cat for a vet exam, we're talking about $1,500 just for all the drugs and protocol and blood work and things like that. Now, with her being a little smaller, when you amortize staff time and all the equipment and supplies we need here, it's about $750 for a spay today. $75 covers her vaccines for her and other cats like her. So our goal is if we could raise, almost like the cost of what a spay is for a small cub, especially since we have lion cubs maybe coming, we have the witness protection cub. If we could raise $750 on this post to cover one of those type of exams, that would be great. So if you give $75, you're covering the vaccinations for today, which is a big thing. If you give $150 on this live post, you'll be covering the blood work that we send out. You know, $25 can go towards suture, because suture is so important to cover, to close that space. So even though the surgery usually goes really smoothly, our biggest concern with these big cats is that that enclosure stays closed through the healing process. And it is going to be quite a challenge to keep that little Spitfire quiet through the 10 days. So she's outside right there. They're waiting for her to go to sleep. We'll bring her in. I'm trying to stay back because everything there is already sterile for her procedure. So we won't be staying in for her spay. The other thing is we have our cameras up. And so not only will our staff, and Kelly's always in here, but we'll be able to see the procedure from inside the room today. So we usually bring you along during the exam and the prep, but we don't stay in here for shaving. So the other special thing we're doing is these were Zen's these were the cat that she lives with that, okay, I can't even correct myself now. I'm just kind of talking over myself today. But these are the witness protection tiger's paw prints, and we are going to add Miss Nova's paw print as well for the auction. So we have some other items here. Obviously, paw prints are the last thing we do and are not required. We only do that if it can be done safely and not extend the time of anesthesia or anything like that. You can donate at this live post. That's a great and easy way to give. But you can also give today at the bit.ly link 2022 GTMD, Give to the Max Day. You can give by calling Lynette directly in our office today at 320-245-6871. And many people are asking, can they give by check? And yes, you can give by check by mailing to TWS, P.O. Box 314, Sandstone, Minnesota 55072. We're going to check, and I'm going to be quiet to see if she's going to sleep in there. They're watching her to see if she's going to sleep. So it looks like she's getting close. I don't hear the ball and toy running around. So if you're joining us today, first of all, if you missed the live post this morning with Dr. Andrew Kushner in Poland, he was live with 3 of the cubs that we're hoping to bring to the Wildcat Sanctuary if permits can be secured. And it was wonderful to hear the amazing work they're doing. So people have asked, can we help? Yes, by donating to our general campaign, you are helping us prepare for 20 years of caring for those rescued cubs if they come here. We're really hoping they do. We know it's just a paperwork process at this point right now, but you know, with international rescues, things can always change. So we're always cautiously optimistic, but giving to our general campaign allows us to say yes to rescues like that, like Nova, and so many more. We'll see what's going on. I think they're checking to see if she's asleep or if she needs a bump. Because, I think, a sleeping little girl in her crate. That's her little face. And they're going to make sure that she's fully asleep and they don't stimulate her, and that we give her the full time she needs for her sedation cocktail. And then she'll be coming out on the table. So they're going to start taking the clips and the straps off. We always like to wait the 10 minutes once she gets the drug. And they're going to be working quietly. So if you're just joining us, we're doing a live post today on Tiger Cub Nova. It is going to be her wellness exam, and she's getting spayed today. If you missed the beginning of the post, definitely go back and watch it. Dr. Camper explains why we spay our female cats earlier than we neuter our male big cats. We don't see much of an issue with some of the smaller residents, but when they're tigers like that, we do have different protocols in place for the males and females. And then people are asking about her recovery. She's going to be recovering in the Wild Woodlands building, and the room is all set up for her. And because the witness protection cat that she lives on a shared wall with and has had some play dates with adores her, we've actually set up a cattle panel kind of howdy door so that they can see each other during the 10 days of recovery. More so for his sake, you know, this little girl's pretty independent, but it's going to be a challenge for the caretaking staff to ensure she stays as quiet as possible after her surgery. Because as you guys all know, Nova does not like to be still. So they must have gotten a little bit of response from her. So they're just waiting a little longer before she fully comes out so that they don't stimulate her and then that they wouldn't have to redose her. So we're give to the max, you know, we're kind of halfway through almost, give to the max. And so we will be doing live posts and things, but November 17th is the big day. We want you guys to join in, watch. We have live posts planned all day. And still some really special ways to bring you the sanctuary. It's a new perspective, a new way to see the work we do here at the sanctuary. So it's something you haven't seen before, and we'd love for you guys to tune in. I'll probably have to back up so they can get her on the scale. So they're weighing her.
69 pounds.
69 pounds? Jeez. And how much was the witness protection tiger? He was 90, I think. So we talked about there's so many ways to help, and we know many of you like to give direct animal care costs. We are so thankful when we have donors that sponsor the entire wellness exam or spay. So we are trying to raise $750 on this post since we have other cats that are going to need similar procedure. $75 will cover vaccines for a cat during their intake or their surgery. $150 means it covers the blood work that we run. Even $25 helps so much with all of the supplies that we need for the spay. And then there is even more expensive were some of the drugs that we use to make sure that she's not itchy, that she doesn't get infected, can be upwards of about $120 per dose. She still has her baby teeth, so they're going to intubate her right now. And if you look at all the supplies we need, everything from syringes to the clippers to catheters, I can tell you $10 will buy a lot of syringes. $10 will buy catheters, which we need. We also need fluid. So about $25 covers a box of fluids. Our goal today is $750 towards an exam like this, towards what we would call a medium-sized exam or surgery because of her size. Now, if she was an adult big cat, remember it was about $5,000 per cat when we had the extended vet team on site. So the vet team can also see what the cameras see, so that they know what everybody in the viewing room is seeing. She still has one of the longest tails, and look at those beautiful pads. And like we said, your donation, even helping with vaccines, supplies, suture, all of that means so much. And you will get her paw prints and her photo card, and entered into a drawing to get paw paintings. One of 10 paw paintings are available for any amount of donation, as well as being entered in for a caretaker for a day. So if doubling your donation does not motivate you enough, there's so many ways to motivate you, because we have, 2 cubs on site right now and 4 pending. And so funding is always needed, because it's very exciting for the rescue day. The rescue can tend to be, is where all the money comes in and the donations come in. But knowing that we have 20 years to care for these residents, we need funding to continue to come in, so that every day is as special as their rescue day. Every day they get the medical care they need, they get the enrichment, they get as many toys. A toy can be, some of the toys you see for tigers, the 12-inch ball is about $300. So caring for big cats can be $10,000 a year more when it's done right. Yes, a breeder can say it's a lot less, but are they giving them everything they need? $10,000 is what it costs to care for her, and that's annually for 20-some years. So don't underestimate what your $10 can do. Your $10 can do so much. Your $25 can do so much.
She's retained a little baby tooth right there.
Oh, she's got a teeny. Let me see if I can get it. I'm zoomed in. The little teeny baby tooth.
Yeah, it's loose.
It's loose. It's going to come out.
Here it is.
And she still has her baby canines. Or is her top ones adults now?
No, they're babies.
They're babies.
She lost one from there.
Yep, she's starting teething, losing some teeth in there. So if you're just joining us, we are live talking about Give to the Max, because we and you help us give to the max for our cats. We do everything for the max for them, from veterinary care to nutritious diets and supplements to companionship of their own kind and free roaming habitats. Wow, she is so much bigger than when she first came. I can't believe, but she looks so small compared to the witness protection boy. So it's funny once you get her in here how much she's grown. So people ask us, what's our experience with cubs? We have a lot of experience with cubs. From 3 hours old, like Dash, to cubs that have come to us with metabolic bone disease, and kittens as well. So everything from serval babies, bobcat babies, cougar babies, tiger babies. Jeremy and Simon came as cubs, and Dash was so small. And we've had not a lion baby on site. We've had lion adolescents, but all of our staff, including me, have worked with lion cubs and raised lion cubs at other facilities and things like that. So we have extensive experience with cubs, and we know that making sure the cubs start off right from a health and nutrition and wellness standpoint really can set the stage for the rest of their lives. And so when we can get cubs on site, we can definitely, hopefully, prevent most of the damage we've seen in adult cats. You've seen Marcus and what he had gone through as an adult cat in his life. And so the nice thing about having cubs, besides all the fun energy, is that we can prevent a lot of the damage that's done when people try to keep wild animals as pets or exploit them for profit. So sorry, her belly. And for most of you that tune in, you know this very well, but tiger stripes are actually on their skins. So you shave the stripe and it still remains on the skin. She has, it's hard with the light, but she's got the most adorable belly pattern ever. I thought Dash's was the best as a diamond, but hers is, hers is pretty, yeah, awesome belly pattern there. Each pad has a little different coloring. And as Dr. Campbell, our full-time veterinarian, is scrubbing in over there, I'll be stepping out shortly. So they're going to be doing the full wellness exam as well as the spay. They're also going to get some radiographs to see, just to double check the bone growth and stuff. She's been doing great, but again, when an animal's asleep, we use the opportunity to get as much information as possible. They're working on placing a catheter as well. So I'm not able to see how much has been raised, but our goal has been $750, which covers the cost of a procedure just like this. $750 is our direct costs. And so that is a huge help. We have so many supplies and packs that are needed. We also use a ligature, which is a machine that helps seal off the blood vessels. Is that correct? I want to make sure I'm saying it right. A lot of the new equipment we've gotten is wonderful to have, but it's new. We also have our ultrasound here on site as well, our blood chemistry, and all of our monitoring equipment. Well, we'll definitely keep you guys all posted on how the surgery goes and how her exam goes. It'll be probably a couple hours before Judson can keep you posted, just because there's things they're going to be doing and waking her up. But we'll make sure to give you an update. Judson's trying to get a picture of that wonderful belly pattern. We need to create a piece of artwork replicating that. And again, your donations, just to see what we're doing today, are hard at work. You guys built this new building. You guys helped us fund bringing a full-time CVT and veterinarian onto staff to assist our wonderful volunteer vets and vet techs who have committed so much time to the organization. It takes a team of people, just like we talked about earlier about the lions coming. And so we really appreciate all of you guys making this a reality. And so it's awesome that people want to buy things, but when you can give to programs where your donation is doubled, yes, you might be purchasing the vaccines, or you might be purchasing the blood work that we send out, or even a piece of equipment, but that gift is doubled, and that can go to general operating. That actually covers, you know, the salary cost to have veterinarians and techs on site and to have caretakers and Judson here to document and bring this to you. So your donation goes further than you actually think. So if we can raise $750 to cover a day like today, which is a wellness exam and spay for a medium-sized cat, that would be so amazing. And as always, we try and promote No More Wild Pets. We've raised $215 towards our $750 goal today. We know many of you have already given, so thank you. We know this live post will stay live. Share this live post. Again, there's so many ways to give. Our goal would be by the end of the day that this live post gets shared enough to cover a cost of a medium cat wellness exam and surgery like this. You can imagine what the cost is if you bring your dog in for a spay. $750 is a good price for a cat this size. And so that, that's just really our direct cost. So thank you guys so much for helping and sharing. And we will come back live later today. They've got the catheter in, so they're going to be running her fluids. And this little precious girl does not look so much like a baby when we're this close. She has at least doubled in size since she came to the sanctuary. It just reminds me how fast little ones grow. When I look at the lion cubs from Ukraine and how quickly they're growing over in Poland, how quickly Dash grew long but not tall. But Nova here and the Witness Protection Cub are growing. I think they're competing for who's going to grow faster. Your gifts mean we can continue to say yes to cats in need. And also your gifts help us ensure that we're sustainable for 20 years. That's the commitment of every cub we take in, is being here for 20 plus years for their entire life. So thank you all. We'll sign off right now and continue to stay tuned for an update later today. And also stay with us through November 17th. Give to the Max continues to be one of our biggest programs of the year to help us cover costs throughout the winter months, which is definitely going to be costly this year from a utility standpoint, fuel standpoint, and there was an accident with the plow truck. And so we are now without a plow truck for the time being. Going to be working on trying to get a new plow truck or get it repaired. So it's going to be a long winter, and every gift makes it so much easier and better to care for the cats.